Welcome back to Deeply Madly Modern. I'm Kelly. Today we're going to talk about organization. Getting organized has been the actual pinnacle of my existence this entire year. I have spent January purging, organizing, getting my life together in every area, and here's what I've learned. I'm like, let me sit down because this is going to be a doozy. First things first, I purged my house. And this took forever. I'm a collector of things. You know, I go flea marketing and thrifting on a near weekly basis, multiple times a week sometimes. I'm also a fashion girly. There's just a lot of stuff between beauty products, clothing items, home decor, you name it, it was all overflowing. So I basically tried to tackle things room by room, and even the closets, you guys, I purged every single thing. So I started with clothing. I of course enlisted the help of my sweet friend Juju, who loves to organize. So we kind of started there, purging closets, pulling things out, creating piles and bags to be sold or donated, etc. I didn't do every single closet at the same time because there are multiple closets here. Started in my bedroom, getting rid of things, also trying to reorganize things. The more that I learn about my neurodivergency and tendencies and things that are kind of set up to fail for me. For example, I'm a classic case of if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And so creating systems was a big part of getting organized. So I wanted to create systems where I see things are hung up, things are folded instead of in drawers, maybe they're on shelves. You know, I just really did a deep dive into my behavior and also kind of what I needed to store to kind of circumvent me just sticking things in a drawer and never ever looking at it again for literal months. Wow. All of this came out of one closet in my guest room. Here, show you. It is a wild time to be alive. And so this is the scene of the former crime. I forgot to get before footage. Basically every shoe on the floor piled, shoes piled there, just a whole mess. So we're going to organize. I got these amazing shoe containers that I hope are going to help. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of shoes purged. This is the keep. This is the repair. And this is keep, but less worn. So, thriving. And just found a box of makeup and eyelashes that has been in here since I moved in 2021. So this stuff is from 2020. I'm wild, you guys. Shout out to the old Anastasia palette that I was obsessed with. So sad that I, didn't remember this existed. And then the Naked heat palette. Can I get it open? I stand by this, but I also don't think I should wear eyeshadow that is 3 years old. But yeah, amazing. The progress is alarming. Juju's helping me with her magic system.
I'm gonna put them at the top.
Yeah, the white Nikes there.
Okay.
Look, and these things, they snap. So it's like a little door and it opens up in the front so you don't have to move the boxes. And they fit my giant shoes.
And boots.
And boots.
Low ankle boots.
And it clicks. Snap.
Okay.
Heels, flats, sneakers, Crocs. And then these are lesser worn shoes. Such a vibe.
Hey friends, Juju has taken over. Kelly's filming something else. I'm gonna show you the coat closet. This is our next adventure today. Jazz came by and distracted us. But as you can see,
Where's John? Oh.
we about to get in here.
Whoa, it's all dark.
Is it?
There I am. I was invisible, guys. I was invisible.
I took over the feed.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, I forgot there was a light in there.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The main thing was addressing each room and not just shoving things into the closet, an actual purge and creating actual solutions. So the first thing that I learned is work with, not against yourself. You don't want to try to pretend that you're this new person and you're gonna do things differently. Work with who you are. So if I know that I'm always going to shove things into a drawer, never to be thought of again, then maybe I shouldn't shove things into drawers. Does that make sense? Or if I know that I'm a person, like, I step out of my clothes. I will leave things on the floor, but I just do a pickup every night or once a week so that, you know, things don't pile up. You get what I'm saying? I'm not telling myself that I'll be a new gal and suddenly do things differently. It's kind of like, here's what I do and here's a system to keep things in check. Something else that I have done that has been so helpful is to hire a professional organizer. I toyed around with the idea forever, and I really didn't need them, like, per se to just like organize my closet a little. It was kind of like more of a deep dive. Like, my kitchen was another area that I was being really avoidant about, because that's another tendency of mine, is to sort of avoid these spaces that make me anxious or uncomfortable. And so because I have these really large cabinets that are very tall, I'm tall, so that's fine. It's just everything sort of just placed in there. And then I'm not noticing things. I'm rebuying. I have like 4 different cinnamons. I'm not, you know, paying attention to things I have. Things are going bad. The whole works. And so in addition to wanting them to help with my kitchen, I also have this little pre-kitchen area that had a lot of my hoarded, collected decor items that I get it, you know, I don't have quote unquote a regular job, and I do a lot of staging and a lot of like vignettes and setups for home decor for myself and for brands. And so I need probably a little bit more of those trinkets and little random items than your average Joe. However, it was a little bit overwhelming. It was totally chaotic, not organized, and just an overall mess. The third thing that I wanted them to address was my studio/office. I'm in the process of changing my dining room into an office, which I think I've shared a little in the last video, but it's on my TikTok, kind of like documenting the process. I'm gonna show you guys everything and do a full reveal, don't worry. But I wanted to take that room that just became a catch-all. The first thing is that the bar in the closet broke and everything had to come out. So that was just a ton of stuff in the center of this room. I've also like styled and restyled this room 1,000 times. I thought it was gonna be an office that I would sit in, but again, following rule number 1, we're not gonna change ourselves. We're gonna lean into who we are and work around that. So I thought, like, put a desk in there, put a chair in there, put office furniture. I never went in there. It's just not the place that I wanna sit. And so it did become more of a functioning studio. So when I wanna do photo shoots or need backdrops or wanna create vignettes and stage and style different furniture for brands, do things with clothing, that is like a big bright room and it's perfect for that. So, you know, because I wasn't using it properly, and then when the shelving system in the closet broke, it just became a total shit show. Like, it became a mess. So all the things from inside the closet were outside the closet. Then going back and forth to Palm Springs, all those suitcases and dumping things out went in there. Random chair I'm no longer using going in there. Random this going in there. It just became this pile on of craziness. And so what I did was I told them, listen, I need a storage solution for the closet. I need bins. I need to figure this room out. So I ended up working with this company, Space Camp Organizing. We ended up doing, like, it wasn't free, but we did a little partnership for Instagram where they gave me a discount. And full disclosure, honestly, it was a godsend, because what my kitchen especially looks like now and what it looked like before, purging the decor items, allowing me to say yay, nay, donate, sell.
All right, Kelly, you ready for this? We're gonna dive right into it and start asking you some hard-hitting questions.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. You got it.
Okay. Donate, sell,
Let's do it.
and bark heart.
Yes.
And we're picking from all of this stuff. Yikes. Sell,
Sell, good. Candle holder.
sell,
Sell. Good.
sell,
Little flower bud.
keep. The white one, sell,
This one sell.
and that one, keep.
Then keep that.
This is hard. Stay tuned for more. It's all happening. Things are being purged. It's worse before it's better. That's what, you know, the people say. I'm a little stressed, but it's going great. Having the organizers come to address these 3 issues, I told them kind of like what I needed, what I was looking for. It was just transformative because I got to like see how other people do things, number one. I think it is funny because that room was a disaster. As I mentioned, I described how terrible it was. Yes, they hung everything up. Yes, they created like labels and boxes and things, and that was great. That was more kind of like labor that I didn't want to do. The kitchen felt like solving problems I didn't know how to solve. So that was like the most helpful for me. Like for example, all the Lazy Susans, like spices, sauces, little bins that say snacks. It just makes me like know where everything is. And I've been using it so much more. Getting rid of all the expired items and excessive dishware and just things I didn't need.
So flatware and knives are over here. Your cooking accessories are over here. And food wraps. That way they're a little bit more accessible. They were up higher.
Yeah.
But we brought them down.
Amazing.
They also fit well in a drawer.
And so the next thing is, and I'm trying my best with this, which is super conscious consumption. Because like I said, I stage, I need props, I need a lot of things for my work. There is also a limit. And so knowing that I don't need every dish set that I see is something to pay attention to. So I always tell people when I'm shopping with or for them, you know, don't buy it unless you kind of know where it's gonna go. It's not a rule that I follow for myself per se, because for me, I say, buy it, you'll figure it out. You know, you'll find a place for it. But it's a little bit of a kind of 50-50. I think when it comes to items, don't be afraid to purchase the sculpture or the chair or whatever, but you do have to kind of know that there is a place for it. You might not know how to style it per se, but you know that it can physically exist in your house. So for me, knowing that there is a limit on how many dish sets you can have. There's a limit on how many tea sets you can have. There's a limit on how many vases fit in this cabinet. And rotating them out has been very, 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 very helpful. So that was kind of like the 2 days that I spent with them. And it was laborious and a bunch of stuff I didn't want to do. I was inspired though. So when they came, I have this cabinet here, which the Tron chair is in front of. I'm not getting rid of the Tron chair. I'm just waiting for my movers to come help me put it in my room. There's a credenza here that has like a lot of my office things. So camera equipment and office supplies and things of that nature. I thought it was like this crazy den of iniquity, this crazy hellscape inside. But when I went through it and just went drawer by drawer, I had my little plastic containers, I had my storage solutions, which are all gonna be linked in my Amazon storefront. They're just so incredibly necessary. There's actually a couple. There was a Walmart collection that they used in the kitchen, which I really like. The quality was immaculate, very sturdy, going to last a very, very long time. And then I got some from Amazon, which I will share all of that. But I went through drawer by drawer and I just kind of organized it and I put labels. That's rule number 3. Well, actually, tip number 3 and 3A. Number 3 is, in doing the credenza and going through my clothing, I realized that like you can't eat an elephant in one day, right? You have to just do one thing at a time, put one foot in front of the other. And I know this so deeply about so many other areas of my life. I'm a Sagittarius, you know, I'm about movement, I'm about action, I'm type A, I'm proactive and all this. But when I don't want to do a thing, y'all, it's wild. I don't want to do a thing, okay? So what I realized is like giving myself this like treat, you know? I was looking at it more like it was, and this is kind of rambly and all over the place as I talk about organization, because I probably should have wrote things down and bulleted, but I really just wanted to kind of talk through this because exploring my own thoughts is also part of the process. So rule 3, tip 3 is you can't eat an elephant all in one bite. You will one foot in front of the other and you got this. 3A is labels. Label, 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 label. I had a label maker already because I use it in like my beauty products and things. This whole house is labeled. 1, you know where to put things. 2, when you have guests, they know where to put things. Or if you have a cleaning crew that comes, or if you have people who work with you, whatever the case may be, you have children, everyone knows where things goes. Labels. Okay. So the rambly part that I was about to go into is this like act of love, right? So I'm talking about things that I don't want to do, talking about things that seem like a chore or super annoying. And this can be related to any part of your life. Giving myself this gift of organization, I knew was gonna help me. I knew was gonna take a lot of pressure off. I knew because I film in my house all the time. I make daily TikToks about home decor. So I'm constantly cleaning up, arranging, changing things. And having to constantly put things away quickly means that you can have crazy closets or whatever because you're a person. But through this process, by giving myself this gift of organization and investing in it, like buying little containers or getting someone to help me, it just was like an act of self-love that I hadn't like explored before. For me, it was also a little bit about healing and routine. I mentioned kind of how my year went last year, and I don't want to keep dwelling on it, but it just really affected me in ways that I didn't realize. I was ignoring or abandoning some of my rituals, skincare, being organized, you know, like just things that you do just for yourself. And I was in this go mode, hyper productivity, and trying to just like take the bull by the horns and not be affected and all this other stuff. But it meant like my house felt a little bit more in disarray as my work was like, I'm on it, I'm doing everything, you know? So I was taking the time and just instead of hanging out watching TV, I was organizing a closet or, you know, let me pick a category. I have like way too many accessories. Let me go through this stuff and rehome some of it. Like somebody wants all these hats. Sure, let them have them, you know? So it's definitely been like an adjustment, but I feel like I learned so much giving myself a literal month and a half, 2 months of hardcore organization, including like the nooks, the crannies, the closets, the kitchen cabinets, the drawers, everything, you know, and it has been so great. So I just want to share kind of what I learned. You know, I gave you some tips for implementing it in your life if you're interested in that, and share some of the process and the products that I use to get organized in this realm of homishness.
I wanted to show you the progress. We're not there yet, but just to get you to get an idea
Wow.
of what we're doing.
Wow. Wow. Okay, rundown. What's what?
Okay, so this is going to be mostly like your valet. You grab and go when you're walking out the door. This door is going to be all tools. This is going to be all furniture care and extra tools that you may need for stylizing. And this is all barware entertainment.
Entertaining, serving. Beautiful. So if you get to less often and it's lower down so that you don't have to bend down too often.
Progress is being made. I actually like this like decor items here, especially vases, because I reach for them like more often. And then this is other like decor stuff and props. This is barware, which I'm gonna style the bar cart soon enough. And booze for parties, because like otherwise I don't touch it. So it's all happening. Next is the home office. I'm really excited about it. My desk is in, my chair is in. A comfortable desk chair is elite. I mean, you know that, but like I didn't realize how like focusing on like the ergonomics and everything was gonna change how I felt in the chair. Like that sciatic nerve is fine. She's thriving. Everything is good when the chair is good. So the chair is in. I created this mood board with these cork boards that I found. Of course, everything is gonna be linked in my Amazon store. These cork boards, you guys, they're tiles. They're 12 by 12 tiles. You can put them in any kind of arrangement that you like. I also threw some cool random art in there. And I've been cutting things out, which is also so therapeutic. Like cutting things out, and it also reminded me that I want to go back to collaging, something that I really used to love spending my time doing. So that is like what's coming up next. I shot another episode of Home Decor Homies you're gonna be so excited about. The first one is going to drop, I believe, next. So the next video you have to look forward to is the first episode of Home Decor Homies, and then we'll get into my actual space. I'm missing a few pieces that I want to show you, and then the movers are coming to rearrange a few things before I show you the full reveal. So I'll just show you my friends' homes first, it's fine. And then I think we'll do the office reveal in the midst of everything. Or maybe we won't. I'm gonna stop saying what video is coming next because I change my mind a lot. Anyway, as chaotic as I am, energetically, I hope that you found this organizing video helpful, and I hope it encourages you to tackle things that you may be avoiding or afraid of, because we all feel that way about something. No one has everything together, no matter what it looks like. Nothing is perfect all the time, no matter what it looks like. So thanks for watching, and I love you, mean it. Bye.